This mythical flower doesn't exist in nature because we made it out of an old toothbrush. So we got a call back in December 2024 from Mahesh Garat, one of the two directors at Hungry Films, who are long-time collaborators and clients of ours. And they had a very interesting project for Colgate from Ogilvy. What if your old toothbrush bloomed like a flower? Then it was time to change it. So they invented Indianis Dentris. My role to bring it to life through photographs and film. We treated it like a real scientific discovery almost. We did a bunch of tests before we got anywhere close to shooting because I was a little concerned about whether we'd be able to pull off this so-called illusion. And we did a few rough images, showed it to 4 or 5 people who were not part of the business, and nobody thought it was a toothbrush. They all thought it was a flower the moment we said that, hey, look at this flower, what do you think of it? So then I was convinced that yes, we can do this, we can pull it off. So this was like part macro shoot, part art installation, part very complicated technical stuff, and we used a mix of our combined experience with product photography, people photography, filmmaking. So everything was rigged and set up in the studio. We built these little sets of the bathrooms and used a motion control robotic arm that we have to create this path where the camera starts off extremely close to the brush and is glorifying and romancing the bristles, the little micro droplets on the bristles. There's a bit of wind moving the droplets in the bristles, and then it slowly pulls back to reveal that, hey, this isn't a flower, this is a toothbrush lying on a counter in someone's bathroom, and then an actor walks in, picks it up, puts toothpaste on it, brushes their teeth and walks out. Then it was taken beyond the screen. A botanical exhibition was set up at the Botanical Gardens in the Mumbai Zoo. It was open to the public with these gorgeous 4 foot by 4 foot prints that were arrayed all around the central part of it, and people would come in, look at it, they really enjoyed it. And there was a little QR code below the images, and when they scanned it, they got to see this film. And just to see the sheer delight and shock and surprise on their faces when they realized that, hey, this isn't a flower, it's a brush. And they were like, oh, that looks like your brush. No, it looks like your brush. It was super fun. Technically, it was a bit challenging to pull off, as you don't really get lenses that will allow you to go that close and then that far. Even zoom lenses don't have that capability to go like 5, 7, 10 mm into an object and then pull out to reveal the whole thing. So using our motion control cinema robot, we basically did the whole shot twice. The first time with a 75 mm macro lens in order to be able to go that close and to magnify, glorify and capture the beautiful texture and details of the bristles. And then we did the same shot all over again with the 35 mm wide angle lens to be able to show off the whole set and the actor's performance and everything. Now, because it's completely motion controlled, each time we do the shot, it's pixel perfect. It looks exactly the same. However, the two lenses are different, right? One is tight as a telephoto and one is wide as a 35 mm. But because they're both looking at the same point and they're moving in the same path and nothing changes in the set, it's very easy to stitch between those two shots. So it's more of an edit versus using CGI, AI or VFX or something like that. So that's what we did. And for the still images, I used like microscope lenses, macro lenses, 3 or 4 different cameras, probe lenses, and it was quite fun because it allowed us to look at brushes from perspectives that were not very obvious and try and present them as flowers. I think the smartest part of this whole campaign was the exhibition that was held at the Botanical Gardens in the Mumbai Zoo. We had these gorgeous 4 foot by 4 foot large prints on these pedestals, and it was an open exhibition. The public came in, they looked at the images, and some of them scanned the QR code that was below the image, and then they got to see these beautiful films, and they were like, wow, this is not a flower. And then they were telling people, oh, this looks like your brush, no, this looks like your brush. So I think it was great overall. So, I mean, that's what I love so much about my job, right? It's not just capturing images, it's creating transformations. And just to see the sheer joy and fun that people were having with it, I think was the best thing ever. Thank you, everyone, for thinking of us for this project. Until next time.